Variety of new outbound situations. Toe down, takedown. If a single leg takedown occurs when the offensive wrestler's knees go beyond the out-of-bounds circle, there are few checkpoints before the 2-point score can be awarded. The offensive wrestler must have control of his opponent upon contact with the mat, and both his toes must be down on the mat. The offensive wrestler has reaction time to bring his feet down to the mat or knees off the mat. Only the takedown may be earned because the knees are over the out-of-bounds line. Takedown with near fall basic. If a head and arm takedown occurs with the shoulders and scapula of the defensive wrestler completely out of bounds, the takedown and near fall may be earned only if there are 2 supporting points in bounds. These may be 2 supporting points of either wrestler or 1 supporting point of each wrestler. The knees must remain inside the circle, either on the mat or off the mat. Takedown, lateral drop with near fall with 1 scapula on line. If a lateral drop takedown occurs at the edge of the mat so that the offensive wrestler finishes on top in a double grapevine, the takedown and near fall can continue if a single shoulder scapula remain in or on the out-of-bounds line. In this situation, any small corner of the pinning area counts as all the supporting points necessary for the near fall to be scored or fall to be earned. Escape. Stand up when the offensive wrestler does not follow his opponent at the buzzer. Today's wrestling official must rely on many skills to make the snap judgments, whether in the center, on the line, or at the buzzer. Reading body language of both athletes is an essential skill. For example, the defensive wrestler stands, begins to pry the hands off the hip, breaks free, and steps out, but the buzzer sounds ending the period before he can turn and face. In this situation, the offensive wrestler just stops and stands stationary. In this example, the defensive wrestler earns 1 point for the loss of control. The reason being the offensive wrestler chose not to continue to wrestle and to follow his opponent. His body language demonstrates he conceded the score. Escape. Stand up with offensive wrestler following, staying with his opponent at the buzzer. Reading the body language in the other direction. For example, the defensive wrestler stands at the edge of the mat, begins to pry the hands off the hips, breaks free, and steps out. Again, the buzzer sounds, ending the period. In the first case, the offensive wrestler continues to walk and stay with his opponent. In this situation, the offensive wrestler maintains control and has not given up the 1 point. The reason being the offensive wrestler chose to continue to wrestle and to follow his opponent. His body language demonstrates he continued to wrestle and not concede the score.